Hey Jalen, how you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. Sorry to pull you off the field. Just curious what a lot of guys have come in and talked about the different atmosphere, the different energy in the building now. Can you describe it and what's it been like the last couple weeks with the new staff?
The new staff has brought in a whole bunch of energy. Everybody's extremely proud to be here, and they're pushing us to gain as much confidence in the players as well, and as much in the coaches as well as themselves. So it's been very fun getting the team all together, bringing us together as a family. So it's pretty good.
Lou Vichuk?
Jalen, what'd you learn from last year in the time that by the time you got on the field and that? What'd you take and things that you got to work on from last year? And what'd you learn the most?
Just I gotta be consistent from practice into the games. Just be more solid into knowing everything that's going on, and just have a better headspace as well.
Hale?
Hey, Jalen, I know you can't really say a whole lot about the offense and what it's looking like for you guys so far, but how could you describe it? What are some of the things you can tell us about this new system?
It's a simplified pro style offense. We're gonna throw the ball, we're gonna run the ball, but it's plenty of opportunity for everybody to make plays.
Joe Machika?
Hey, Jalen, I just wanted to touch on the quarterback room. How have those guys helped you, become a better player? Number one, and what have you seen from some of those guys as camp starting and going into spring ball? Looking forward to the spring game.
We all try and get together as much as possible. We always go over film. We always do some extra. We're always doing some type of extra work and stuff like that. They're all very vocal leaders. They all try and lead on the field just by example as well. But we're just really just coming together. So that's going to make us a stronger offense as a whole.
Back to Colin.
Jalen, where have you seen the most growth in your game over the last couple months? And just what are some expectations that you guys have as a whole for the wide receiver room?
Personally, I didn't see myself. I've been very consistent catching the ball lately, so that's been like a good step for me to take. Just being consistent with that, I just got carried over into the games.
Hale McGranahan?
Jalen, you're obviously no stranger to new coaches and having new position coaches. What's it been like juggling that aspect of your career to this point? And I guess with Coach Stepp being your latest coach, what's it been like getting to work with him?
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Coach Stepp is a big relationships guy, so he's always open doors. I can always go up into his office any day, any time of the day, any day of the week. It's a really good atmosphere with him, and I think this is what my fourth receiver coach. Not by default, but just from me having to transfer and things like that. But as you just gotta know how to get along with the coaches. You gotta show that you're a leader. You gotta do things on the field that you know you can do, and just doing the little things.
Are there any kind of coaching points or anything that you've heard Coach Stepp talk about or picked up on these last couple of weeks since you guys have been on the field that's really kind of stuck with you?
Everything is like very attention to detail. We preach just getting our depth on routes and stuff like that, and just doing all just the tiny things, doing those things right because they're going to lead into a bigger picture.
And the last question I want to ask is kind of a follow up to something you said earlier about wanting to improve your headspace. Was that maybe as a result of all the stuff you had to do with trying to get eligible, then getting turned down, then doing it again, then all of a sudden you're eligible? What was that sort of where that kind of came from?
It was. Last year for me it was an extremely tough time. Because I really thought I was going to be eligible first week of Tennessee, but then it got pushed back, and then they said I was going to be eligible the next week. That got pushed back. Then the next week that got pushed back. It was a hard time, but I had people like Connor Shaw always checking in on me, just making sure my head was good and things like that. George Wynn always kept an eye on me as well. So
Colin Taylor?
what did you learn about yourself during that year? And do you feel like you came out a better person and a better player having to deal with what you had to deal with last year?
Oh, that was probably the most adversity I'd ever experienced in such a short amount of time. So I mean, I learned that. I learned that I just really just that got me a lot closer to God, and just I just gotta get back to myself and just make sure I don't get too caught up into it, and just continue to be myself. Because I mean the fans and stuff like that, that ends up playing a part of, especially on Twitter. And then like now I just try and stay as much off of Twitter and things like that. So you just really just gotta be aware of things and just learn about yourself a little bit.
Matt Tentiel.
Hey Jalen, how would you describe your relationship with Coach Satterfield and how has he helped improve your game so far?
My relationship with Coach Sad is pretty good. He's also open door policy type of guy. He always wants you. He's like, hey, come kick it, come watch film, come learn some things. The little details, everything, like the whole coach staff, it's all the little details. We just got to correct the little details because that's going to build a bigger picture. But me and Coach Sad got a pretty good relationship.
And Lou Bijak.
Jalen, what have you seen from some of the new guys, especially guys like EJ Jenkins? What does he bring with his size and everything out there?
That boy is a big body right there. But he's a hard worker. Shoot, ever since he stepped foot on campus, he's been coming to routes. Even when we were doing stuff with no ball and stuff like that, he was always trying to get the extra work. He was always trying to learn the plays, always trying to stay ahead of everything. But he brings a taller aspect to the offense, and he's a well all around player.
And Joe Machika.
All right, Jalen, sorry. Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Shaw and how he's been able to help the wide receivers with, his quarterback knowledge and just how he's been, in with y'all and been able to impact y'all both on the field and off?
Yeah, Coach Shaw, man, like I said, I respect that man so much. He's always checking in on people, like especially like, and I really appreciate what he did with me last year, because I mean, it wasn't many people that ever came up to me and like, are you good? And like, are you actually good? And he was one of those people, and I really appreciate him a lot. And he tries to get around the receivers, but I mean, he's more of a one-on-one guy. He'll tell you some things of what he's seeing on the field, what he's seeing off the field, what he feels like that you need to work on a little bit. And he's just a really positive guy. And he loves Carolina, and you could tell. So.
Gene Tapikoff.
Jalen, how has Jason Brown fit in so far with his veteran presence both on the field and off the field?
Jason Brown on and off the field has been pretty good. He had a miss. I don't know if I could really, but he's been out there recently. He's been beating up on himself a little bit, but I think he's been doing pretty good. So. But he's just a perfectionist. He wants to improve his game. He wants to get better each and every day. So it's much respect to him, and he always putting in that work on the weekends as well.